Can we just take 1 second here and have an honest-to-God conversation about why the media says the things it does about Patrick Mahomes and their take on Patrick Mahomes, and then compare the way they talk about him now being washed, being over, not giving him the credit he's due. But you could go back to Colin Cowherd just years ago, and I did. I'm going to show you this video of Colin Cowherd and listen to the way he talks about Tom Brady. Listen to the things he says about Tom Brady and tell me if this is not Patrick Mahomes now and why he won't give Patrick Mahomes that exact same respect, why none of the media gives Patrick Mahomes that same respect, why they're always downplaying every accomplishment he has, why he's suddenly washed at the age of 29 years old. When compared to what Cowherd says in this video, you're going to see very clearly the way the media has treated Mahomes in comparison to Brady.
Here's the thing, though. Before we fall in love with Mahomes, listen, his talent's great. You can't deny it. But you can make an argument. Dak Prescott had a great rookie year because it was the perfect storm. Running back, receiver, Jason Witten, Ezekiel Elliott schedule. Okay, Tyreek Hill. Patrick Mahomes will never have a wide receiver that fast the rest of his career, period.
Tyreek Hill was a great wide receiver. We won a Super Bowl with Tyreek Hill as wide receiver. We did draft a receiver in Xavier Worthy that is just as fast or faster than Tyreek Hill. So he was wrong about that. But this is the thing. He's won Super Bowls without Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill was not the reason he's won the Super Bowl.
He'll never have a tight end as talented as Travis Kelce. He may never have a back as good as Kareem Hunt. And Andy Reid's probably with Sean Payton, the best play designer in the NFL. Mahomes is really gifted. But you know what impresses me? Is that Tom Brady's doing this with his 75th and 76th wide receiver. He's doing it with his 59th and 60th running back.
Yeah, that was impressive. Patrick Mahomes also did it with Kareem Hunt last year, who was on the couch until midseason. Isaiah Pacheco for the past 3 years, he was a 7th round draft pick with pretty mediocre field vision. He was also injured for the biggest chunk of the season last year, but yet the Chiefs kept finding ways to win and got to another Super Bowl. By the way, the other two backs that made the roster right out of the gate, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who was battling PTSD, never played a snap for the Chiefs and ended up going somewhere else before the season was over. The other, UDFA Carson Steele out of UCLA. Patrick Mahomes did not have prime running backs last year. He hasn't had a prime running back probably since Kareem Hunt left. So Colin Cowherd is right to that effect. But you've not given Patrick Mahomes any respect over making the Super Bowl and doing what he's doing with this ragtag group of running backs. Look, I love Isaiah Pacheco, but to be honest, he's not an elite back right now in his career. And Patrick Mahomes won the first Super Bowl in Kansas City with Damian Williams. It's not the elite talent people think he has.
And that Gronk's often not healthy, and Edelman wasn't here for September.
Okay, Tom Brady was winning with a lot of guys injured. So was Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs had the most wins in franchise history last year, going 15-2. Rashee Rice was injured in week 4. Hollywood Brown, their biggest offseason acquisition, didn't even play a regular season game until week 16 or 17. Look at Patrick Mahomes since Tyreek Hill has left. What's he had at wide receiver? He's had guys like Demarcus Robinson, Mecole Hardman, Sky Moore, Byron Pringle, Albert Wilson, Justin Watson, MVS. The list goes on and on. There's not been that many great wide receivers here. And Xavier Worthy, he was solid, but he was a rookie all last year. Patrick Mahomes has been to 3 straight Super Bowls with zero help at wide receiver and not a very good running back room.
Could Patrick Mahomes take Cordarrelle Patterson, who can't remember plays, Philip Dorsett, who disappears, Josh Gordon, who can't stay clean, and a revolving door of running backs and do this?
Why, yes, he can. I just talked about that. He won a Super Bowl with MVS, Mecole Hardman, Justin Watson, and Sky Moore. That was his 4 wide receivers when Patrick Mahomes won his 3rd Super Bowl versus the 49ers. Let's also not forget to put Kadarius Toney in there because he made tons of contributions.
What blows me away is Brady. New left tackle, rookie running back, Cordarrelle Patterson, Josh Gordon.
New left tackle and a rookie running back? Patrick Mahomes has been swapping left tackle since he started. He won a Super Bowl with Orlando Brown Jr., who was a right tackle that they shifted to left tackle. He won a Super Bowl the next season with Donovan Smith, a makeshift left tackle that they picked up in the offseason that really didn't have very good stats. Last season, they started Kingsley Suamataia, a second-round pick out of BYU, and had to transfer that over to Wanye Morris. Those two guys struggled so badly that they had to move Joe Tooney from left guard to left tackle and bring Mike Caliendo, a UDFA out of Central Michigan, in to play left guard, and the Chiefs made a Super Bowl run.
Folks, you ever watch the TV show, the cooking show Chopped? You ever watch that cooking show Chopped? Which is always, it's unbelievable. And instead of getting perfect stuff, they give somebody, here's some vegan pasta, a lollipop, a popsicle, some licorice, and some beets. And Brady's like, here's a 5-star meal. It's just a revolving door of cast-offs.
Yeah, Colin, that's exactly what Patrick Mahomes had for the last few years, a revolving door of cast-offs. He continues to win. He continues to get to the big game. He continues to win in crunch time. He beats guys like Lamar Jackson. He beats guys like Josh Allen in the playoffs. They actually did beat the Eagles just a few years back in Jalen Hurts. One Super Bowl loss because of a makeshift offensive line and a really good game by the Eagles. That just happens every once in a while. It's not the end of Patrick Mahomes' career. He's not out of his prime. Patrick Mahomes still has at least 10 years of good football left. But the way they talk about Patrick Mahomes is he's completely done. He's completely washed. It makes no sense as to why Patrick Mahomes gets this kind of disrespect with the teams and the product around him, and they will give him zero credit for anything he's done. There's always a new excuse every week to discredit what this guy's been able to do. But yet they tripped over themselves, they fawned over themselves, and he had to wipe the slobber off his chin just to continue speaking about how great Tom Brady was. And this is not a Brady bashing thing. Tom Brady was a great quarterback. He is arguably the GOAT. If you compare Mahomes and Brady at the same age of 29 years old, Patrick Mahomes is actually ahead of him in almost every major category, if not every major category. We've got to start respecting greatness and stop crapping all over it just because we get tired of seeing a team win. We should sit back. We should enjoy this. Enjoy Patrick Mahomes. Enjoy what he's bringing to the NFL, because before you know it, you're going to blink, it's going to be gone, and we're going to be talking about him the same way we talk about all these other guys and how cool it was to watch a guy dominate like that. You work hard, you play hard, and we know Chiefs Kingdom cheers hard. And when you do that, it's obvious you work up a little stank. You don't have to walk around smelling like Bigfoot's. Grab yourself some Mando full body deodorant or some Mando whole body deodorant spray. They even have whole body deodorant cream. You have no reason to stink. We absolutely love Mando, and that's why we partnered with them to bring their goodness to you. There's 4 scents. This bourbon leather here is fantastic. They also have Clover Woods, Mount Fuji, and Pro Sport scent. So do you want to try America's #1 whole body deodorant formula? Of course you do. You can find them at Walmart, Target, and other retailers across the country. But for the best deals, go to shopmando.com. You can pick up a Mando starter pack. It's absolutely perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like a mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and you get free shipping. Free shipping is huge. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence head to toe with Mando.